I've been watching everybody fight with this thing here, and I'm not going to do it, promise. Jeremy Arney is my name. I've been here in Canada for 41 years. I came here first 43 years ago and fell in love with Alberta. I thought it was the most wonderful thing I'd ever seen. I came from England, and it stretched forever. The people were friendly. Nobody seemed to be fighting. Beer was consumed in huge quantities, which was fine with me at that age. And when I got married a short time later and decided that England was no longer going to be my home, there was no choice of where I was going to go. It was here, to Canada. I now have 3 children. I have 5 grandchildren. And I've just been floating, bopping along like everybody else, thinking that things are fine, until I had the good fortune to run into a man who opened my eyes as to what is really happening. And he scared the bejesus out of me. He really did. So I started looking around, and I came across a lady called Connie Fogel. She's the leader of the Canadian Action Party. Connie. She is an ordinary person. She's not the kind of person that you would think was going to hurt you, harm you, do anything to destroy you. She's a real living person. She talks like one. She has interviews with people all over the world, and you can hear from the way she talks. She's not one of these people who's spent years and years and years polishing her style and becoming a real public speaker. She comes from the heart. And she leads a party who believes, basically, that Canada is for the Canadian people. That's what it's about. How do we propose to get it back? It's not that complicated a process, getting Canada back. We have to start with the economics. I'm not going to go into a long, big thing here, because you will really know pretty much what the SPP is about and the NAU is back. Probably some of you even know more about it than I do. Good for you. Economics. A friend of mine always says to me, Jeremy, follow the money. And if you take almost any event and follow the money, you will find out what it's all about. We just heard about 9/11. Follow the money. SPP, follow the money. We as Canadians have our own money machine. It's called the Bank of Canada. Is it used? Why? Because there's no corporate profit in it. If we will take that initial and very basic elementary step and start using the Bank of Canada again to refinance provincially and federal programs, we're on the first road to recovery. Sounds simple, doesn't it? It's not. Getting rid of the desperate situation we got into financially is not just a snap of the fingers, but it can be done. All right, so that's first stage. Recover our money? Yeah, that's great. How are we even going to get close to doing that when the corporations have got their fingers into all the other parties? Denise, I love Denise. You know, she's a wonderful lady. She's come up through the lines, and she's doing everything she possibly can for Victoria. Victoria and the Victorian people are above her overall riding concern, I suppose you call it, of the Canadian aspects of life. And that's great, because that's what it's supposed to be about, looking after your people. That's why I'm not going to run against her. I'm going to attack that Gary Lunn, who I think is ripe for the picking. With some help from everybody around here, we can do it. We can take back what's being taken away from us. I love the idea. I'm scared stupid about what's coming up in the next little while. But you know, I'm looking at a picture this morning beside my bed, my 5 grandchildren. They're all in a row. And it was as if they were looking at me saying, come on, Grandpa, you can do it. And with some help, it can be done. Most important thing that we need is awareness. We need to find a way around the media, because the media are never going to give us our fair shake. They're never going to tell us what's really happening, because they are part of the problem. We all know that. So how do we go about bypassing the media? I'm delighted to see all these young people here today. You guys have been raised on the internet. You know more about computers. I mean, my daughter, who's sitting here at the age of 9, got on my computer and made it do things I didn't even know it was capable of doing. I couldn't even turn it on until she showed me how. Not quite true, but almost. We have to use what we've got. We have to use personal contact. Spread the word. We have to use the internet. We have to use letters. We have to get in touch with the politicians that we do have and make them give us answers. Make them explain why they're not telling us about SPP and North American Union. Make them tell us why they're trying to give away our water. Incidentally, that big lake at Hope is being bottled by Nestle's, and they're shipping it down south in bottles called Arrowhead, in case you didn't know that. And I know because I track down to the United States all the time. And I will say one more thing about people. The American citizens themselves are just as unaware of what is going on as we are. I start talking about the SPP and truck stops, and I'm like having little political meetings because they don't know. They have no idea. They don't like it. They know what they've got up ahead of them. They know they have problems down there too. They think that they don't want to come down to our level. I don't disillusion them, because that's not the point. The point is to make sure that they are aware of what's going on. And this is what everybody in this room must do. We're all here for the same purpose, and that purpose is to stop SPP and North American Union. Actually, North American Union of people to people to people would be wonderful. I wouldn't object to that. But North American Union of corporation to corporation to corporation, no thank you. I thought I was going to write down a speech, so I thought, no, the heck with it. I'll come from here instead, because this is what it's all about. This is what Canada's about. The Canadian people deserve so much more than they're getting. They really do. You all do. Here you are, you've given up a Sunday or Saturday afternoon. And Robin, whoa, thank you. You're part of the future. You're part of the rescue group.
In the name of the North American Treaty Organization, like, we're fighting for something we don't even believe in. Yeah, we need to get out of Afghanistan, really, and untangle our economy. And untangle our economy from the US's and completely re-establish Canada as an independent and peaceful nation. You can keep your markets because Canada's not for sale.
You're one of the people, you're one of the reasons that I'm here, and I'm going to try and do what I'm doing. Of all you young people, let's get it back. Canada is ours. Let's keep it. Thank you.